Hello and welcome to this week's episode of RNR with Rick and Ryan. I am Rick.
I am Ryan.
And this is our review of Captain Marvel. And I'm going to let Ryan start with his expectations of the film, how he felt going into the film with just seeing the trailer, and that's all.
Okay, well, I'm ready now. My expectation of Captain Marvel was I was a little scared. Not because that Brie Larson's not a good actress or anything. That has nothing to do with it. This character I had a feeling about this character the way I had a feeling with Doctor Strange. Doctor Strange was I think a gamble of a movie because it was kind of weird and the mystic arts and all that stuff. This is like in the Marvel Universe, there hasn't really been a super character that probably rivals something like Superman or any character like that. So I was nervous but overall, she works. The movie worked as well as I could expect it could. I don't think there's a better version of that movie out there.
So you're already doing your after the movie feelings?
No. Son of a bitch, I guess I am. Well, I guess I get my expectations of how I felt. I'm not really I'm a to the point kind of person, but my expectations of the movie were I was very nervous. And to expand upon that, we'd probably go into our second act of the story. But overall, I was nervous. How do you feel about it? Or how were you feeling about it beforehand?
I really had no feelings. I have no prior knowledge of the character Captain Marvel.
Me either.
So I really didn't know what to expect other than what was in the trailer. All I knew is that she was supposed to be super powerful, and that's really all I had going into it. So I really didn't give much thought into the casting of the movie because, if anybody can make a good movie with substandard acting, it's Marvel Studios. So, yeah, like I said before, I really had no expectations for I didn't expect it to be bad. I didn't expect it to be good. I just expected it to be another Marvel flick.
Yes, another stepping stone to the next movie. That being said, I would like to add something to my expectations.
All right.
Because maybe I should have thought more about it. But looking back at how I felt before I saw it, you got to think this is the next movie before Endgame. This is that movie where this is the character that's gonna be the
turn the tides.
Yeah, thank you. Couldn't fill in the words there. It's she's supposed to be that ace in the hole. There you go. That's what I was looking for. And so a lot was riding on this movie. If this movie sucked, this was going to directly affect Endgame poorly. So there was a lot riding on this movie in my mind because, I have nothing else better to worry about. Well, before we move on to the second part of our show, which would be how we felt watching the movie, do you have any final thoughts?
No, I've said pretty much all I need to on
Okay.
my expectations. Thanks for your consideration, though.
Well, no problem. I hate for us to continue to do what we do. We're going to make a better show. All right. The second part of our show is how we felt during the movie, what our thoughts were, how we felt
During the movie.
During the movie, yes. Anything, before we say how we felt about the movie, how we review the movie, we'd like to say things that went on in our head during the movie. Right.
Yeah.
I'm writing a 2,000-word essay, and I only have 15 words.
Thank you for making that clear to everyone. I just want to make sure everybody knows what this next section is about.
Well, my review is no.
All right.
All right, go, Rick. 'Cause
All right. During the movie starts up. Oh, from here on, spoiler alert. Just to let you know. Movie starts out. It puts you right in the middle of the Cree warrior lifestyle. You're right in the heart of everything, and you don't really get a whole lot of pre-story. I mean, you're just kind of dropped in the middle of it. And to me, at first, it felt like there was maybe 10 minutes or so that was missing from the beginning of the movie. I don't know, but that's just me. Like I don't know. It seemed like we needed a little more of a intro. But after that, they introduced the main characters and revealed some of the main plot of the movie. But for quite, I don't know for how long exactly, but I didn't get that, whoa, this is cool Marvel stuff. I didn't get that feeling for quite a while in this movie. I mean, it started off a little watered down, kind of bland, nothing special. But once she got to Earth and started unfolding the story, I really got into the film. And Nick Fury shows up, and and the movie's set in the 90s, so you got the nostalgia, the Blockbuster Video, the Radio Shack, the payphones, the whole 9 yards. Agent Coulson shows up, a younger version of Agent Coulson by way of CGI.
Can I interject for a second?
Sure.
How did you Agent Coulson, I felt like his CGI looked more fake than Nick Fury's. I don't know what it was, but it looked like I was looking at a special effect with Coulson, but I didn't think that was Samuel L. Jackson.
I don't think I understand what you're saying, but the thing is, and I'm not trying to stereotype anything here, but black don't crack.
Well, when you say it like that, maybe.
I mean, it's just
Yes.
Sam Jackson didn't need a whole lot of CGI to make it look like this was 25 years ago. Even though I think him as an actor, I think he's a little older than Coulson, the actor that plays Coulson.
Clark Gregg.
Yeah, but Coulson needed a little extra help to make it look like he was 25 years younger.
Well, that might be true, but
not everybody can be Paul Rudd.
Right.
That
exactly.
That is Kristen, our number one fan, who will probably be the only person listening to this. So we're good.
Okay. All right. So where was I?
So
I need to go back before you interjected.
We were talking about how he met up with Sam Jackson.
Yeah. That to me, the point where I guess some of the familiar characters started coming into play is when I started feeling the Marvel feeling. I felt like I was at a Marvel movie finally. And at that point, they started doing more character building. And so it was like, I don't know, 30 minutes into the movie before they started really doing any kind of character building or plot reveal or any kind of... I mean, it was like the first 30 minutes of the movie was just kind of, I guess, setting the stage for the rest of it. But I just didn't get anything out of it, much anyway. And then from there, it was full of humor, action, your typical Marvel movie.
Yes. Okay. Well, I'm gonna start mine now. I'm gonna say probably a lot of the things you just said. I will like to. I would like to say that the Marvel logo this time out was all Stan Lee and very emotional stuff.
Yes.
It really tugged all the heartstrings and really got the movie started. I agree with you. There was a lot. That's the problem with any movie or any original story. You gotta pack in so much backstory into a 2.5 hour movie that you'll spend a half hour just kind of like, hey, this is what's going on, and this is what's been happening in the past. There's a lot of exposition. You can notice it when all the conversations they were having in the first 20 minutes. I'm like, okay, so this is happening, this happened,
And
and by the time you got into it, like once like you kind of understood what was going on, that's when the plot started.
right. Let me interject
Okay.
on your portion of that.
Let me ask you this one time.
I understand what you're saying with the new story, new characters, new storyline. You got to do the intro, and you're not really sure what's going on, stuff like that. But I didn't feel that not being entertained when watching other Marvel movies like Captain America. I was entertained from the moment the movie started.
But you kind of knew who Captain America was.
All right. Guardians of the Galaxy. I enjoyed that movie from the moment it started. It was, and I had no Guardians of the Galaxy knowledge before that. So I understand what you're saying, but just I didn't feel that with other films.
I don't really know where to go with that because you just threw the Guardians of the Galaxy argument in there, and I got nothing for it. I mean, true. I mean, you're right, but I don't know what I mean. I'm gonna be honest with you. I really wasn't ready for the Guardians of the Galaxy argument because I didn't prepare for it. Because that's the most valid point I've ever heard in my life.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I don't know where to go with that. I mean, it was interesting. Fuck it, you win. I mean, I guess they could have corrected that, but I have faith in Marvel. Even if it starts out kind of slow, I know we can get into it.
Yeah.
Because they have a proven track record. And by God, they did it. Like, well, yeah, you're right. Once she got on Earth and things started falling in line, everything in the beginning is... I guess it's really one of those watch it again kind of movies. Maybe the start of the movie will make more sense. But I will say this about the movie while I was watching it. I knew that, we're spoiling now, that Jude Law was the bad guy.
Mm-hmm.
I knew Jude Law was the bad guy once they introduced Desmond Hensu. Is that how you say his name? Basically, he was the first villain to show up in Guardians of the Galaxy. And, his accent is very giving. And I'm like, oh, I'm starting to... I think I know what's going on immediately. So I knew everything was kind of wrong with the beginning. So I knew some things in the movie were not what they seemed. And I got nothing. Like, Guardians of the Galaxy kind of ruined it.
All right. So,
I liked the movie. I enjoyed myself. And the soundtrack is wonderful.
We're moving on to the review portion.
Let's move on to the review.
Okay.
All right. All right. Slow beginning, as we said. Then it immediately started to pick up once it got to Earth. I think Sam Jackson, I hate to say this, but I think he kind of carried the movie in a supporting role. She's good. Don't get me wrong. She was good. There's nothing I can say negative about her. She was actually a good part of the movie. I believe she's going to do excellent in the Avengers Endgame, but the performance by Sam Jackson really kind of held the movie together. Jude Law, as always, was wonderful. There really wasn't a bad part, but like Mendelsohn, the bad guy and everything.
Yeah.
I do enjoy what they did with his character, where you made you think he was the bad guy because that's the role he plays.
Right.
Then they turned around and made him a good guy. That's very entertaining. I enjoyed that. The humor was on point. They didn't overdo the humor. It was right on in any Marvel movie. And my review is, it's not the strongest Marvel movie, but it's also not the weakest.
Well, nothing can be as weak as Thor 2.
And even, like Thor 2 is the weakest of the Marvel movies, and if that's your weakest link, you're doing all right.
Right.
Because there's still some good things that happen in Thor 2.
For sure.
So this is above Thor 2. I would put this in the Doctor Strange category, which is somewhere in the middle. Nah, toward the end. I don't know. It's not the worst, it's not the best.
Thoughts on the end credits?
Oh, end credits. Spoilers, of course. End credits. The first one's the most important part because it's leading us right into an end game. Can't think of the word. Basically, it's like all the characters there together, and hey, Captain Marvel's here too. So she's going to be on Earth the second the movie of Endgame starts, which is good. We don't have to deal with that.
Right.
What if she saves Tony?
I can see that.
There's a good chance. Maybe Tony's on Earth too already.
No, he's in space.
Spy. Well, he's space in the trailer, but that Marvel likes to mess around.
True, but they'll have to get some sort of rescue going on with that.
Yeah. 1 month away. Oh my God, I cannot wait.
Yeah, that came up quick.
Yeah.
What are we going to do with the rest of the summer?
Spider-Man.
Okay.
I haven't really looked at the list of the summer movies. All I know is you get me to Endgame. I know I need other things, but I got to get to Endgame. As anyone else does. While you do your review, I'm going to totally listen, but I'm also going to be looking at the upcoming summer movies.
Okay, then. All right. After the movie was over with, I felt satisfied. I'm glad I got to see the movie. I'll definitely see it probably 2 or 3 more times within the next few weeks. After credits, or I guess it wasn't really post credit. It was before the credits started. When they showed it was Captain America and
Black Widow.
and
War
Machine, Iron Patriot.
Essentially everyone who survived, with the exception of Tony and
Thor.
Not Gamora.
Nebula.
Yeah. Okay. Key Avengers were in the pre-credit scene, I guess is what you'd call it.
It's a post, before the scroll. Before the scroll, but, they didn't, hey, these are their actors in this movie, and then mid-credit scene. Let's just call it the mid-credit scene.
Okay. I'm glad we got that established. But yeah, it was, it definitely, whatever part of the, after the main part of the movie was over with, it definitely left you wanting more. But then after you saw the pre-scroll credit scene, it like flipped a switch to be like, I want the Endgame movie to start tomorrow because I have to see it. It really sets the stage for things to come, and I can't wait to see how it plays out.
Yeah, this is just one of those movies that It was something to watch before Endgame.
Yeah.
No, it's not that. That movie's perfectly fine. I will see it again.
It's a great standalone movie.
It really is. Marvel knows what they're doing. DC does not.
Unfortunately. Now, what was that? Shazam?
Dude.
And that looks funny, but is it just going to be a comedy flick?
I hope.
Either way, we're there.
Yeah. So I was going through upcoming movies other than Spider-Man. I forgot about John Wick 3.
Oh, yeah.
Toy Story 4 and Men in Black. Not Dark Phoenix. Dude, the Godzilla King of the Monsters, where basically Godzilla's fighting
All the monsters.
all the monsters. I can't wait to see it. It's probably going to be stupid, but I can't wait to watch it.
No, it's definitely going to be stupid, but I'll see it.
Aladdin, Lion King.
I got issues with Aladdin.
Detective Pikachu.
Yeah.
I mean, I think it'll be entertaining, but Robin Williams, come on now.
I mean,
Yeah, they've definitely... Oh, and a new Hellboy.
why couldn't they make the genie CGI? And had...
His old voiceover.
Yeah. Or had, what's his name? The guy that does John Madden.
Frank Caliendo?
Frank Caliendo do Robin Williams' voice
Not against that.
for a CGI, with a CGI genie.
Well, we're definitely going to see Aladdin because it's got the potential to be Ghostbusters remake level of bad.
Yeah.
And what's better than our review of good movies is our review of bad movies.
Yeah.
In fact, I'd rather just watch bad movies and just shit on everything. Like, we
Yeah.
could do better.
Your reviews are much better.
Yes. Our OnlyFan is very critical of our good reviews, and I feel like we've only done good reviews over the past few months, so that speaks a lot to our show quality. Our political podcasts are actually pretty entertaining too, and we don't really do that anymore because the material writes itself, so I don't think it's fair.
Yeah. All you got to do is look at Twitter and
Yeah.
Facebook, and you get all the political stuff you need.
Mm-hmm.
With that being said, we're going to wrap up this episode of
RNR with Rick and Ryan.
We will see you, or we'll hear you. No, you'll hear us next time.
That's right.